Quantum Leap. Never you mind what I was snacking on. Just, you know that I was snacking. Anyway, Quantum Leap. What did I think of it? Was it better than the Singer episode? Would this finally convince all the haters that this is a great show? And was it better than the boxing episode? No, not really. It was right up there with the boxing episode. That could be because it hit a little close to home. I'll get into that. But, um, yeah. I like stuff I liked about it. I liked that it showed that we're all connected, every single one of us, because it opens with a train accident. Actually, to be fair, it opens with Ben leaping into this doctor's body and him delivering a baby. But that's really doesn't really affect the main story. The main story is after he gets to the hospital and he asks for these people's names that Addison gives him. And they haven't arrived yet because the train accident hasn't happened. And then it happens. And then he has to figure out how these three people are all connected. At first, he doesn't realize that. But he comes to. I'm making it sound much more entertaining than it actually was. Which one would I prefer, though? The Carly Farmer episode or this? This, like I told you, it was it kind of hit kind of personal because one of the characters in this had muscular dystrophy. And for those of you who don't know, my best friend died of muscular dystrophy. That is what he died of. This lady looked to be about right about her, the middle of her lifespan because usually with that kind of muscular dystrophy, I don't know a lot about it, but I do know he was expected to live to 25, and this lady looked to be about 15, maybe 16. So for them to give her a heart transplant, not saying that would be a bad thing if she were a real person, because it wouldn't be, because life is always a beautiful thing. But they'd have to have told the husband that his wife is left brain dead in the train accident. This young lady's only gonna live a short while. And they didn't do that. They didn't. Usually I want to look up stuff about the facts, but this, it felt like it was living in the quantum leap, boxing, we're gonna connect it, but we're not gonna connect it, fantasy world. It could have been a teachable moment, but it wasn't. So, um, is this this lady's? I kind of felt like they would have caught that already. You know, she's already 15, and the 90s were bad, but they weren't that bad. people like my friend got diagnosed. And yes, he was a boy, and yes, what they said about it being not as common in girls, at least from what he said, was true. But, um, yeah, the whole, she looked about already 16 kind of bothered me. It was like, they didn't even care to say it's going to be a limited time. But I acknowledge that that's a personal thing. So, it had that guy from Roots in it, which I like to see him and Tiffany. I don't know her name, but she was part of the DC YouTube scene for a while there as his daughter, and they revealed that that character had a brain tumor, and he was gonna help them with some drug. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to look up the facts because it felt like it just didn't matter. Because he used to be a lawyer. And he didn't want his daughter to know he was dying of a brain tumor. Yeah, good actor, but at the same time, it kind of felt like an afterthought in the big resolution. You know, he's another character. I should make a list of characters I'd like to see come back to. Because, like I said last week, even though that episode didn't particularly fascinate me either, Carly Farmer's sister, the singer from last week, I would like to see more of that character. This guy, I'd like to see more of him. And for the drug lord one, I'd like to see more of Justin Hartley's character. But I kind of, I kind of have a lack of faith in regarding them leaping back in this season. I think that's going to be at least season 3, maybe season 4. I like that I like that they tried to connect the Janice Calavici story. It kind of bummed me out. They didn't. They put a few brush strokes on the board, and that was it. In regards to Janice Calavici, but it was cool that they referenced the other leaper. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe she's lying, maybe she's not. Like I said, what was the primary focus was those 3 patients. and that one getting a heart transplant. I mean, I don't know. Maybe for someone else it would be a better watch, but for me, it just wasn't on par. They're taking a break next time. They're coming back on my brother's birthday. And the next video is going to be a comic book review. So if you don't like that, maybe skip the next one. It's okay, I'll forgive you. As long as you remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on this one. Tell them how Bob thought that the Janice Calavici storyline wasn't as well thought out as it could have been. Tell them that we only saw the reflection once. Tell them that he just kept coming up with stuff. I don't know. Just talk. Talk amongst yourselves. And in the next episode of Quantum Leap, they will have a nuclear reactor of some kind, and they're having a Groundhog Day type scenario. I don't know how it's gonna tie into like Stand By Ben and explain how these people are all connected, but I have faith that it will one day. Did I miss anything, Mom? I talked about how Tiffany from the DC YouTube channel, Tiffany Smith, I think her name was Smith, played that alongside that that black guy from Roots, and I don't know his name, but they both did a really good job. Yeah, they both did a really good job. The muscular dystrophy thing hit close to home, and oh yeah, and babies don't come out that clean. Anyway, I've been Bob. This has been the Other World according to Bob. We missed you, Josh.
You can close anytime.
I thought you were looking it up. What? You don't know, huh? Bye bye.